David Ronsley is Perfect Game's Vice President of Player Personnel. My name is Darren Sutton. This is our Day 3 wrap, and I'm going to go a little bit conspiracy theorist on you. You know, you pick your conspiracy theorist. I'll pick the author Oliver Stone, because these matchups in Day 3 and a little bit in Day 2 ending things as well were spectacular, like they were kind of meant to be. Wink, wink.
Yes, well, there's so many good teams here. You can create pools, and you still have to have multiple good teams in every pool. And we've seen some great games, as you've said, you know, in the last 24 hours. Last night here, 7:40 matchup over on Field 7, I believe. Richmond Braves and Florida Burn. We got to see Austin Bergner start for Florida Burn. And this young man's ranked number 2 in the 2016 class, and he was better than ever. He was 92 to 95 for 4 innings. Had a curveball from, you know, the nose to toes curveball, 4 solid innings, and you'd think the Florida Burn was in control. Well, there was one player who had really good swings off Austin Bergner. That was Khalil Lee of the Braves, young man from Virginia as a Liberty commit. He comes in the bottom of the 7th inning, 3-2 Florida Burn, 2 outs, walk-off home run to win the game. Khalil Lee, the hero. Austin Bergner got all the scouts' attention. The Richmond Braves got the win.
Cool stuff. The other one that was neat, a team that won it twice here in 05 and in 10, Chet Lemon's Juice against Team Elite.
Yeah, that was a great game. It was right over here on Field 3, a pitching matchup. 0-0 going into the 7th inning. Nick Niedert on the mound for Team Elite. Brady Singer on the mound for Chet Lemon's Juice. And as a scout told me afterwards, he said, we may have another first-round draft choice here. Nick Niedert was outstanding. His last 5 fastballs in the 7th inning, 93, 94, 94, 95, 95. And that's in the 7th inning. He emerged 1-0. Jahmai Jones, All-American from Team Elite, who we all know, got the game-winning RBI in the 7th inning for a hard-fought 1-0 victory for Team Elite.
I'm not a scout, just a baseball guy, but my favorite game, the Garcia Baseball Group out of California, Southern California, against Chandler World, kind of a national team. Spectacular game.
Well, this was kind of the game that I'd marked all along. When I looked at the pools and saw that GBG was in the same group as Chandler World, I had them both as top 10 teams in this event. So I marked that one to sit the whole game, just pay attention to that, and it lived up to its hype. GBG ends up winning 2-1, but one of those games where all the little things are done well. Players making special fielding plays that are difficult plays, but they make them look easy. You know, runners being moved, execution. GBG executed a bit better, and they got a big 2-run single from shortstop Ben Baird that accounted for both the runs in that 2-1 win.
All right, let's talk about some bats. I know you love to talk about those. Mississauga, Ontario is about 27 kilometers, watch that, outside of Toronto. It is the home of slugger Josh Naylor. He's an All-American. You've seen maybe growing a little bit in a unique way, but he showed some power again.
You know, this is some scout speculation. Josh Naylor, we've seen him at balls 470 feet, big left-handed power, but he overswings. There's a lot of lower body out of direction, a lot of lower body energy. He's been in an air cast for the last 2 weeks with a leg injury, just got it off on Thursday when he got to Jupiter, and I didn't see him hit the 2 home runs he's hit so far, but I'm told he's taking awesome cuts, and I have a feeling the fact that he's had some lower leg problems has made him a lot calmer in his lower half. He's strong enough to hit the ball out of any park, into any wind, at any stadium in the country, and he's got 2 home runs here. I wouldn't doubt he hits another one. He seems to be in that rhythm, maybe because his lower half is a lot more simple.
Everyone wondered if All-American Ke'Bryan Hayes would make it. He's a ballpark rat. He's here. He's hitting.
Yeah, Ke'Bryan was in Mexico for 2 weeks with the 18 and under national team. He had every excuse not to be here. I heard his mom really wanted him to stay home and work on his grades. He's a 3.9 student, but when there's a ball game going on, Ke'Bryan Hayes is going to be there, and his dad Charlie is going to be with him. And Greg Sabers was telling me the story today. Ke'Bryan hits a big bomb to left field and almost hits Greg as he's walking between games. But Ke'Bryan Hayes' stock has really gone up in the last couple months, at the end of the summer and throughout the fall. He's a yard rat. He's getting better every time he steps on the field.
So can you say the same for Floridian Jason Heinrich?
Jason Heinrich is the other young man I know has 2 home runs this event. He also has 2 triples, I believe, and I was told another fly ball was caught at the left field wall. And we mentioned him the other day when we were talking about guys who just hit. And Jason Heinrich may be swinging the hottest bat in the event now for FTB, and he is just hitting the ball hard every time up.
We didn't get this chance to see Donnie Everett, the hard-throwing right-hander at the All-American Classic, but he deserved to be there. Rules are rules, and different states have different rules. He he's here. He can pitch, and the Tennessee native has been spectacular.
Yeah, he was back on Cardinals 1, which is a way back field back there that we don't always even schedule games on. And Greg Saber said that's the biggest crowd I have seen in a decade on Field 1. Every scout in the place was there almost. Donnie Everett was 94 to 97 with his fastball. Showed a good slider through 3 innings. I believe struck out 6, 3 scoreless innings. But he in terms of pure velocity, throws harder, easier, I think, than anyone in that 2015 class.
George Washington Carver High School, the Bronx, New York. Wes Rodriguez.
Well, Wes Rodriguez is a young man who's really came into the summer as a two-way prospect. In fact, I recommended him for the 1800 team as a dual prospect. He's a very good hitter at third base, big-bodied young man. Sort of not a Sandoval body yet, but it's big and it's strong. And he took the mound yesterday, topped out at 95 for PG Teal, had the hard curveball, had the command. It's a power body and it's power stuff. And he's getting better too. He was touching a 93 early in the summer. Now he's up to 95. And you love to see those players get better.
So Altoon Coleman is turning heads. He's a sophomore. He's a Florida State commit, young man out of Sanford, Florida, the number 3 at his class in the United States. And again, he continues to develop. He's going to be scary in a couple of years.
Well, Altoon Coleman, we don't talk about 2017s much. They're sophomores. Hopefully he'll be here for 2 more years, and we'll really see him excel. He only threw 1 inning relief yesterday. I think it's because Jared Goodwin, the coach for FTB, wanted to give him the little taste and everything like that. But the young man throws 90 to 93. And he's 15 years old, and he throws so easy. I've seen batting practice pitchers who exert more effort to throw a baseball 55 than he does to throw a 93. Had a quick 1-2-3 inning. He was on his game. There was a big game, lots of scouts there, and they're really going to get to know that name, Altoon Coleman, in the next few years.
Just to have an idea, I'm going to throw this out there. You say he had a quick inning. You say he's throwing all the way up into the 90s at a very young age. That's cartoon-like stuff. That's Roadrunner-like stuff. So, dare I say, Altoon, the cartoon, because of the stuff he's doing. It's not human. It's not real. So you can use that Altoon if you'd like. You don't have to. It's meant strictly complimentary. That's the kind of stuff you're doing. He's David Ronsley. I'm Darren Sutton. That is our Day 3 wrap.